Valley Club Temporal Dimension arrives today. The rewards are in the game right now, and will they be easy to earn, or will it be challenging and actually require some skill? You're going to need those rewards for old man Logan because his event is coming next week. He looks to be an overpowered, busted character. So how much prep should we be doing right now with the rest of your roster leading to his event's first run? And will the Mercs for Money team be the next nowhere team? Great in war, subpar outside of it. We're discussing all of these topics and more in this edition of your Marvel Strike Force Weekly News Update. This week, I am joined by the stickiest person I know, Purple Sticky. And if you're ready for all these topics and more than Brother Purple, let them know what to do.
Let's go smash it.
And welcome back to the ValleyFlyin channel. I am ValleyFlyin. This is Purple Sticky, and this is your Marvel Strike Force Weekly News Update. Keep you updated on everything that has happened this week in Marvel Strike Force and everything that is upcoming in Marvel Strike Force. And we got some pretty big things upcoming. Temporal Dimension happening today. Old Man Logan, the next meta character, his event is dropping next week. We're doing everything to help you get you prepared. But before we get to that, I do want to mention the sponsor of this video. In a fast-paced world where every second counts, one brand is leading in charge in redefining convenience and style. Valley Club, I want to tell you about the sponsor of this video, Ekster. The name synonymous with all your smart carry solutions, better gear for life on the move. This is the Ekster Parliament wallet. It's ultra slim yet super versatile. It's crafted from environmentally certified premium leather. I chose a classic brown color, but there's 6 colors to choose from. It boasts an extra pocket for cards, holds up to 12 cards securely while effortlessly blocking RFID theft. And a great add-on to this Parliament wallet is this tracker card. It is your ultimate peace of mind. It's equipped with worldwide lost and found capabilities and even voice activation using Siri, Alexa, or Google, and a single charge lasts for over 6 months. So whether you're navigating through the bustling streets of the Spider-Verse or jet setting to the planet Titan, Ekster's got you covered, and the best part, it's all right here at your fingertips. So if you're ready to upgrade your everyday carry, visit my special affiliate link in the description just in time for a huge Father's Day sale where you can save up to 45% when you use my special promo code ValleyFlyin at checkout. But hurry, because this offer won't last long, so elevate your style and elevate your efficiency with Ekster. And with the Father's Day sale going on right now and that special link that you could save even more money, it is a great time to upgrade your carry solutions. But let's get back to Marvel Strike Force. Brother Purple, how has your week been so far in Marvel Strike Force?
I'm good, man. I'm good. Yeah, everything's good.
Good.
Yeah.
How good is your Cabal? How good is your Cabal? Because you need them for this event this week. You need them for next week's events. Where is your Cabal right now?
Listen, they're where they're gonna be, so they better be good enough. I have 5 stars on everyone. So Namor, I got 2 diamonds on these days. He's a heavy hitter, so I took him up to 2 diamonds.
Nice.
But yeah, they better be good enough at 5 because that's where they're staying.
All right, and you're gonna need them this week. Not necessarily at a star level, but you're gonna need them today for Temporal Dimension, launching in 4 hours as of us recording this. And if we look at this, we can see the enemies here. Now, what is required? It says 3 Cabal characters at gear tier 14. And we were discussing this on stream this morning, and it does say here, I missed this, the Cabal team will go at it alone in some nodes. Other nodes will supply you some other random characters. How hard do you think this will be? As we see some of these initial stages here, right? Some very weak enemies. But as we get further and further down the road, they get a little tougher. How much challenge do you think is going to be to get all these rewards? And we'll discuss the rewards in a little bit. Do you think it's going to be a grind, or you just be able to auto through this? We do have some teal gear at these last 2 stages, but all orange gear before this. What do you think this is going to be? 1-2 days for you, or it's going to take the full 6-7 days?
Yeah, I mean, the only one that's kind of giving me pause or that I'm a little bit worried about is that final node. And there's a pretty healthy Kestrel there.
Yeah,
but,
and not this one. If you guys scroll down, there's a 2 million Kestrel.
Yeah, Fortifier, bold choice. Green Fortifier though.
Interesting. So, yeah, some of it is green, some of it is blue,
yeah.
Right? This Iron Man is blue. This Kestrel's green though. Still 2 million. How big of a power did Kestrel? How boosted stats do you think she is? Because green ISO 8, only gear tier 17.
It's bizarre, yeah, because it's G17, but 2 million power and 6 reds and Fortifier green. It's just very weird. So I don't know. I mean, this is for all intents and purposes like Pocket Dimension, right?
Yeah.
You know, they call it Temporal Dimension, but that's what we're getting. So for me, you know, I'm going in here as an endgame player. These have never really been an issue for me. It's been mostly auto. for the most part, and then maybe there's one or two nodes in there that I have to pay a little bit of attention to. I can, we can heal now. Yeah, we can heal now, so like that adds a little bit of an element. So I'm not super worried about this myself, and I don't have like the world's craziest Cabal team as far as an endgame player goes. But
Purple, they said that this is not a rehash of an old Pocket Dimension. Is this actually going to provide us some challenge? Because the way I think of these Pocket Dimensions, really good rewards, not very good content because you could just pretty much auto through this. Now they're really pushing up these health packs here that we may need them. Only teams of 3. Do you think even with these weaker enemies though, these teams of only Cabal and then maybe some of their characters on some other nodes, do you think that's going to be a problem, or this is just going to be like the other Pocket Dimensions and the only thing that we might have to worry about is this Kestrel here?
Yeah, no, I mean, listen, they can say it's not Pocket Dimension all they want, and sure, the nodes and the characters are different, but like, listen, it just is what it is. It's basically just Pocket Dimension.
They also say this is the next Pocket Dimension up here, and this sentence up here as well. So
yeah, it's like 2 different people wrote that paragraph. No, to me, honestly, the most interesting thing is what they mean by some nodes will just be 3 Cabal, but some of them will have other characters. Now, I want you to pay very specific attention to that wording. Other nodes will supply you with additional characters. I thought that was very weird wording. And this might be tinfoil hat, but just hear me out.
I do want to hear. I love tinfoil hats. Let's go.
Hear me out. What if they give you use your Cabal 3 and they give you 2 other characters to use?
On the last few nodes to deal with a Kestrel?
Why? I don't know. Why would they say will supply you? Why not will allow you to bring additional characters? It doesn't say that. Will supply you. I don't know. I
think they're going to give us the best Cabal team, the best characters around at the Cabal. Emma and Loki. How would you feel about if you got Emma and Loki in this in these Temporal Dimension nodes?
I'd prefer if they supplied me with Super Skrull and APOC. I'll tell you that much.
Kang, Kang, Titania. Yeah, that'd be good. But
who knows?
Loki, Emma, you get through this or no?
With Loki and Emma, probably. With a big enough out of time, you probably could.
I mean, that Loki special, this Kestrel is going to take out anybody on this team, right?
Yeah. Make. I don't even know who would go first on that team. Maybe Loki. I don't know. Make Loki Raider, throw Fortifier on Emma, and call it a day. You just need to get a crit early, get the team going. I think they get that outside of Crucible if memory serves. But yeah, I think you'd be all right.
All right. So let's continue on to these health packs, because these are special health packs here. They're called temporal packs. And if we go into our inbox message, our calendar, we do have a bunch of this Pocket Dimension temporal health. Now, I do find it interesting, 250 per day. The max of this, 250. So basically, this means that you could get 1 refresh for free. You could refresh all 3 of your characters for free. You could get a 3rd node if you use some cores, but you definitely get some refreshers per day for this. And then as you keep refreshing it, it goes from 50 to 100. So, you will need to spend power cores for that 3rd attempt. I do like this, and it makes me think, will this be so challenging with these 3 characters that we're going to need this? Or do you think this is more for mid-game players, new players, so that they get these rewards and they don't have that challenge?
My guess is this is probably for early game, mid game players to manage these. And if they can't manage them well, or their team power isn't up to snuff, they have to keep reviving. I think it's a bait for cores once you run out of these health packs, is what I think. So.
And some people, spending those cores will be worth the rewards. I think as a newer player, it won't be worth it. But going back and taking a look at some of these rewards here for this, as we go into the game, we have some of the quantities here. It looks like we're getting 1 diamond orb, a whole diamond orb, or I'm not sure if this 1 means that it's first time rewards, or we're just getting 1 of each of these. The time rewards, we don't really have a amount on any of this stuff. There's 3 diamond for Ghost Spider is nice. What do you think of these rewards as you saw them in the game? Even though maybe the quantities we don't really know.
Yeah. Cool. Listen, I don't have a single cool. I mean, it would be nice to get a decent amount of the diamond orbs. That would be lovely. Who knows how stingy or not stingy they'll be with those. But as far as the rest of the stuff, I am someone that does not have a single character at G19. yet. So
I'm also in that boat, purple.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't have the gold for it, man. I'm like running out of gold. I can barely level characters with training materials. Now I'm getting low on gold, and I can't quite afford to be buying these uniques and stuff in the store. So
look, that you got 500 gold, 500,000 gold. That is like half a unique here.
Yeah, no, that's huge. That's
awesome,
huge.
Awesome.
Yeah, that's huge.
50 training mats, some lizard shards that they talked about. I think we're also getting some photon shards. There she is.
There's another diamond orb in 6. It looks like as a reward.
Yeah, not bad. I do like these rewards. Are we gonna get these? I guess these are just first time rewards. So our second time, we're not gonna get this other diamond orb again, right?
I would guess so. I would guess so. But yeah,
hopefully we're wrong. Maybe Decimal Point Jeff will look at these rewards.
Hey, fingers crossed, right? Come on, Jeff.
I'm hoping for it.
Maybe he worked overtime this week. He's tired. He's making even more mistakes than usual, and we'll luck out. So who knows? But yeah, with no one to G19 yet, I will take any G19 I can get. I'm gonna need them eventually, so I'll take it.
Well, it's gonna be harder and harder for you to open those Gear 19 orbs, purple sticky, because the open all orb button is gone. We have no idea when it's returning. It did return last week for about a day or so, then it got removed. I guess they're having so much trouble with the server getting pinged. What do you think has changed in the way the server was running all those months and months previous to the 6th anniversary? The 6th anniversary happened. It's been unstable and it has not come back since. What do you think the issue is with this open all orb button taking so long to figure out what is happening, how this can be solved?
Yeah, I mean, listen, I think it's pretty clear at this point. The framework is more fragile than ever. I mean, this game is built on a bed of sand with popsicle sticks. It is a house of cards. And all it takes is a strong gust of wind to knock the whole thing over. And that's what open all orbs did. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
All I'm saying is I'm still sitting on several 100,000 of those 14 and 15. So if we all coordinate and open 10 at a time at the same time, we could probably make some demands and hold the game hostage. I'm just saying, throwing it out there.
Were you one of the lucky ones that had it active last week?
I didn't. I was offline. I was watching my buddy Cleaning Agent stream, and he's so excited he was able to open all his orbs. Oh, and then he backed out of the orb screen to do something, went back in, and they deactivated it.
I was just about to say he's a lucky guy. I guess he was a lucky for a little bit. He got to open them, and now he's going to have that surplus again. Yeah. I am wondering when I'm going to remove my camera. When is this thing going to be gone? This red dot on the inbox. Hopefully the same time. When is your prediction when this open all orb button is going to be back and when that red dot is going to be gone?
Dude, not soon enough. What is going on here with this thing? Next patch? I don't know. That thing has gotten me so many times. I would like all the time back that I've spent clicking on the inbox, checking to see if there's actually something I missed or if I'm just getting red dotted again. It just seems like, I don't know anything about game development, but dude, it just seems like we could have figured something out by now. That's all I'm saying. I don't know. Seems like we could have figured something out.
At least Loki's not T-posing anymore.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Now, Purple Sticky, we also got some nice changes to the raid store this week. Green Goblin Classic finally has Awakened Abilities added there. We have not seen this in a long time. Initially could purchase this with initial offers for, I believe, a Slayer and Craven. Never seen this since then for free to play or spenders, but now they're back. Also, you could use your elite credits on Crimson gear. So what are you using your Crimson or your elite raid credits on right now? Some Awakened Abilities for Green Goblin Classic, or are you getting more Crimson gear? Because now the other Awakened Abilities are with normal raid credits, so you don't have to save elites for this. It's either only Green Goblin Classic or your Crimson gear. Where are you leaning towards spending your stuff on right now?
So I am getting every Green Goblin ability that pops up, right? Because they're
me too.
It's one slot, right? It's one slot. I'm just getting them. I just want to be in a position where every time something pops into the store there, I'm in a position to grab those.
So that's about what, 12,000 a day? No, about a little over 6,000 a day because it pops up 3 times. So
Yeah, and then the thing about the Crimson Gear Raid Orb, I'm just going to open them as needed. Like, they're not going anywhere, right? Like, there's no rush for me. I can open those at any time that I want. If I'm close to a character or putting another piece on or whatever, I'll do that. So I'm not opposed to that because I think I'm probably even buying the Green Goblin stuff every single time. I think I'm still in a position that I'm constantly in the green with these credits, at least in the alliance that I'm in. Gotcha. So that's what I'm doing. I'm buying them every time I pop, and then I'll open Crimson Gear Raid Orbs as needed.
Yeah, and I think it's kind of expensive though, right? 4,800 or something like that for one of these. You're getting, if you're doing the incursion 2.3, you're getting about 10 of these a day. Getting an extra one, I'm not sure how much of a difference. So me, I'm leaning towards Green Goblin Classic. Once I'm done with all these, then I'm gonna go back and circle around, and every time I get enough for a Crimson, I'm gonna go to the Crimson. But yeah, just the value of the elites and then what you're getting on a daily basis in these Crimson Raid Orbs, I'm gonna hold off on this. But yeah, this got a lot better, not just with those abilities, but all your normal raid credits got a lot more value as well. Tons of stuff that you could get in the store. Lots more teal gear, lots more of the other colors of gear as well. And all 3 teal orbs have their orb fragments increase 2,000 to 20,000. So it got more expensive, but it also went up by 10%, the rewards as well. So just kind of a replacement for the open 10 orb button, making it a little easier. Not that the open all orb button is not there. Also, more quantities of other stuff as well. What do you think the other changes to this raid store? This is something that I never would look down. Now, every single day, I'm looking for some of the teal uniques that right here. I use this all up on Noir. I get this every single day. I'm getting this stuff here. What do you think of the other changes to this raid store, brother?
I think it's great. I think it's about time. It was such a slow trickle in the past of having to wait for every reset. Maybe something would be in there you needed. So it's nice just to make it more available in that regard so you can get more stuff faster. As far as the actual raid credits, I mean, I'm digging these teal epic orbs, man. I need the G18s out of there. So that's primarily, now if there's a critical unique that I need, no doubt I'll keep an eye out on it. I'll buy it if I need it. I'm pretty flush with the uniques at the moment, so I'm good in that regard. Nice. But I've really been liking those teal epic orbs, man. There's certain origin, specifically bio, that I've been starved with. Unfortunately, still a lot of RNG on what piece you're getting in there, and I wish I would get more bio even now, but it's been a nice source.
I always seem to be out of bio and Mystic. Is it Mystic also for you, or just bio?
Yes, bio is the worst. I'm in a pretty competitive War Alliance, and there's a lot of bio characters. Like, they want you to have like G18 Gamma, right? Like, there's a lot of characters I'm spending bio on. Mystic is a pretty close second, though.
Gotcha. All right, now we also get some updates to the raids themselves, not just the raid store, not just the raid rewards, but the raids got updated as well, and this is a good change. I think this will help end game alliances, but I think this is really designed to help those new and mid game alliances. Current reward tiers for Ultimates, Doom, Incursion, so every single raid, instead of 30, 60, and 100, now they're 10, 40, and 70. Man, even low level alliance or even more casual alliances are going to be able to get these, what was previously the 100% rewards. 100% rewards, there's going to be a small increase in that stuff. What do you think of this change right here? I mean, I think this is pretty big. What are your thoughts on this?
No, I think that's great. I'm all for getting people to the later game content at a reasonable pace as quickly as possible. Let them get the rewards, let them build up the roster. Now they don't have to, maybe they can funnel into just, 2 lanes or whatever. Whatever those maps look like, they can funnel and drill down, as opposed to hoping everyone's on and everyone's ready to go at the exact same time. Think about it. You're going for 100% push and something comes up for someone and they can't get in for the last node. Like, we've all been there, and that feels terrible. So let these guys get it a little bit sooner, get them to the end game content. I think this is a great change.
I like that. I didn't think of that point, but yeah, sometimes there's something going on in Alliance. One person misses it and you're at like 98%. They can't get that. It doesn't matter. As long as you hit that 70, it'll be good. And it shouldn't be that hard to get 70, even if you're missing a few people in some lanes or something like that. This is really good, and it helps everybody. Now this next section, This helps more new and mid-game alliances. Raid difficulties all unlock at 50% completion. It was 100, then they were slowly reducing it. Now it's all the way down to 50. First-time rewards also available at 50% completion. This is really, really good. This applies to all raids, but not the newest raid. This is why this is only mainly for newer and mid-game alliances. As we get something after Incursion, I'm sure that we still have to get the higher tiers of this, the higher completion percentages, but I think this change is great. What do you think of this, and how much do you think this is going to affect you personally? I know this is great for new and mid-game alliances, but how much do you feel this is going to change the game for you, knowing that players can catch up a lot quicker?
No, like I said, I love the catch-up stuff. I want to get people to where I'm at as quickly as possible. So for me personally, this changes nothing. It's status quo for me. You know, we're already doing the incursion raid, the 100% and everything. So that doesn't change anything for me. But it is very nice for mid game players, or early game players. I think especially I like the idea of there's certain teams that like nobody feels great about building up right now. You know what I mean? We're like, but you have to. This allows them to tag team it. I mean, I even have towards the end game, I don't have the world's biggest Bifrost in the world, but even like the Mystic nodes, right? I can go through and I can run into trouble because, you know, MLF and Nova and the Eternals resist everything I do, and sometimes it just doesn't pan out on that node for me.
That's the hardest nodes. With the spider section, Mystic is the hardest section right now for me.
Yeah. But this allows them to gang up on one node and kind of funnel down one path, and then maybe spread out into easier sections with mutants and all that. And so maybe they don't have to go as crazy investing in a team or putting gear when they have all these competing priorities. So I think this is awesome.
Yeah, and anything that lets new mid-game players catch up to get to the end game faster, that gives end game players a bigger pool of players to compete against. I think this is going to help. We might not see a lot of effects of this immediately, but I think a few months down the road, more players in the end game. I think this is going to be great long term. And short term for the other alliances as well. And in the game right now, we have an event going on right now, Red Tooth in the Claw. The main thing here for me, Cabal shards, out of time shards, in preparation for that old Man Logan event. If we look at the rewards here in these actual milestones, got some good stuff down here. These whale stones that you probably have to spend for. But everything previous to the Merc contract doesn't seem that great. But the good thing about it, you don't need to grind too much for this stuff. It's basically just spending campaign energy. You're getting some bonus for using some characters, the Cabal characters in Crucible. But do you like these kind of events that you don't have to do too much? The rewards aren't that good, but you don't have to really grind too much? Or would you either grind a lot and get a lot of rewards?
I think there's room for both. I don't need, you know what I mean? Which I know is kind of a whatever, you know.
They usually just mix and match in the month-long event, right? There's some that we have to grind for, some easy ones like this.
This is a nothing burger to me. This is just like, I'm going to get what I'm going to get from this. I'm playing the game the same way I always play the game. If I get a couple extra training mats on a milestone here, I'll take it all day long. Love it. Most of this stuff is relatively useless to me. I don't know. Maybe we'll get another set of bio characters coming up, and I'll be really glad about the bottles of milk or whatever that I got.
Don't you need bio stuff? You just said you need bio stuff. That's
G18. I need G18. I don't care about that.
I missed that part. Okay.
But no. It's whatever. I'm gonna play the game the way I normally do, and whatever I get. So it's fine. I'm not really even paying attention to this. I'm using Cabal in Crucible no matter what. So I'll get what I get.
All right, and I agree. You shouldn't pay attention to these milestones. Just get whatever you get. But this event, because of the orb, that is the real grand prize of this event. Let's go look at this orb right here. And I gotta say, I think this is the best orb that we've seen in a game maybe ever. And event orb, right? Because normally these are bad. If we go into this event right now, what I notice of these drops, half the characters are unfarmable, half are farmable. I don't think we've ever had a drop with a 50% rate of 50% being trash, nothing, but 50% being actually something I want. Am I remembering wrong, or what do you feel about this, the place of this orb in relation to other event orbs that we've had?
I'm loving this. I'm loving this. Like, are you kidding me? Black Knight, Cosmic Ghost Rider, Iron Patriot, Starnak. I need him, but he's disgusting. But and then Leader. No, this is wonderful. What's interesting though, this is one of those things you can't do anything. This is a game based around RNG, right? This is the way it works.
RNG,
I've heard a lot of people
all that stuff.
Yeah, I've heard a lot of people just being like, "This is terrible. I only am getting these characters, and I'm not getting anyone good." Someone was like, "Oh, I haven't gotten a single character I needed." And it's like, dude, listen, this is the game, and that's bad luck. But as far as if we're just looking at the pure numbers, has it ever been any better than this?
I don't think the numbers have been this good. Yeah.
Yeah. No, this is excellent, and it's pretty decent quantities of all of them as well. Like it's not bad. So. No, I mean, I like it.
Like I said, 50% of the time you're getting something crap, and maybe you get that bad RNG that you're getting on the bad end of that 50% every single time you open an orb. I get that. That sucks. But like you said, when you look at these numbers, I think normally that bad chance has been 80. I mean, some of these event orbs for release characters, you had a chance for a 0 drop for those characters. So you had a chance for 100%. You could have had nothing from this. This, at least you're getting a chance for something. I think this is the best orb. Let me know your thoughts in the comments on this orb, because you can get nothing, but the numbers just look really, really good. And this is all for the big event coming up next week. May 24th is the big date for Old Man Logan and his trials. How ready are you for Old Man Logan right now? Are you looking for that 4-star unlock, the 5-star, the 6-star? Are you going to get 7 stars on Old Man Logan right off the bat? Where are you landing on this event, Purple?
The answer to your last question is no.
No.
I will not be getting a 7-star Logan. Listen, I am torn on this because on one hand, Old Man Logan is cool. The team seems neat. I'm all about it. I'm excited as everyone else for the next legendary. I hate this format. I hate it.
The changes that they made to the last scourges and trials, did you hate that before, or just legendaries in general? How they had it before? Which part of the format do you hate?
I thought the trials and the scourges were awesome. I could overcome the fact that I'm not buying these characters on release or something with whatever, good strategy, perseverance, determination, whatever you want to call it. And I could work and I could earn that for myself. I have everyone that I need for this trial at 5 stars, except for Starnak. Freaking Star Brand. I'm at 66 out of 130. And according to this chart, I am now on the Scopely welfare system. I'm in the freaking Scopely soup line, hoping that I get a couple of Starnak shards so that they can. Here you go. Congratulations on earning 5 stars on Starnet. I think they should skip all. I'm just angry now. I'm sorry. I think they should forget about the foreplay. Don't even bother making the nodes. I'm gonna get through the nodes no matter what. Why don't you just mail me the star level of Old Man Logan that you feel like I deserve based on how much money I did or didn't spend? Don't bother making the nodes. Save yourself the development time. Fix the red dot in the inbox. And I'll send you a screenshot of the fact that I got everyone at 4 or 5 stars. And you can just send me a 4 or 5 star Old Man Logan. I hate this. That's what it is. You are being punished as if we're not punished enough for not spending enough or whatever, being free to play or light spender or whatever. They have determined you did not buy enough of the character offers. You did not get lucky enough on the RNG of the orbs. You're going to get what you're going to get. And there's absolutely nothing that you can do about it. I hate it. I hate it. I think it's, I hate it.
Let me offer you other perspective. Instead of punishing the players that didn't buy the offers, maybe they're rewarding the players that did buy the offers. Like, I bought an initial offer, so I'll get a 5, but I'm not going to get a 6. I'm not going to 7. I'm not going to spend that much for that. And I'm fine with them rewarding players that want to spend that much. You know, get that 6-star Logan, get the 7-star Logan, smash me in arena. That's fine. I'm not spending that much. I eventually will get the 7 stars. It may take a long time. I'm eventually going to get 6 stars. It's fine. And if they want to have the advantage for spending that much, I'm fine with that. What I don't like is kind of the thing that you're saying is the challenge, right? I like the challenge that we had there before. The old man Logan, it kind of sucks that we're not getting the other, but where's the challenge? If I'm missing shards for just Starnak, that means I'm not going to get all the rest of these characters. That means the rest of my characters are so strong, they're going to smash every other thing at difficulty 8. That's the part that sucks. But yeah, that's what I want to say.
Listen, what?
Go. I don't have a question. Go.
In the past, the Scourges and all that, I busted my butt to rank higher and do more packs and more Scourges than other people, despite the roster that I have punching well above its weight class. And I was rewarded accordingly. If they were big spenders and bought the characters, awesome. They had an advantage against me. Whether or not I came out on top of them was in many ways up to me, how willing I was to fight the RNG, spend the time, reevaluate the strategies, whatever. I don't know. I greatly prefer that method. I feel like, Scopely has just determined for me what my reward is going to be, and I do not like that at all. I hate it.
I think all the players prefer the Scourges and the Horseman Trials. I do think this is a lot better than all the previous legendaries that we have had, Omega Red and previous. It is better than that because there was no content, there was no challenge before. We needed the stars for the characters. As long as you had the stars for the characters, you could get this stuff. And then with the mythic legendaries, Omega Red and Adam Warlock, you need to gear up your characters because I don't think that the devs can figure out a way to we want to gate your stars, but we want to make it challenging. I know a lot of the content creators are saying, why don't you just make the challenge so high? Put the stars as recommendations. I don't think they can do that. They've shown with these legendaries that the community can figure stuff out. We have enough attempts. We'll figure stuff out, and the community is willing to set through that bad RNG to get these good characters. I think they changed it because they had to. I think they weren't making enough money. Do you feel that they had to, or there was a way that they could figure this out to make it difficult for us and kind of gate it by the event design and not necessarily gate it by the actual stars win on our characters?
I think they said to themselves, to your point, how much money can we make? What is the best way for us to make money? Yes. And I think that the decision was based off of that. That's it. I think. Because that's quite literally what it comes down to. I mean, if you take everything else away, it comes down to how much money did you spend to unlock these characters? Yeah. That's it, right? So I think that was probably the beginning and the end of the thought process for that. And then they fine-tuned the details from there, so.
Well, it is what it is. Hopefully, even without this stuff, we could still get some kind of a challenge, right? Because what makes me hopeful that there will still be some kind of challenge and get higher punch up as far as the stars we have is these first run leaderboards. They do say rewards of a 7 and 6-star Old Man Logan, which to me means that if you have a 5 or potentially even a 4, if your score is able to get there high enough, maybe you could get that. Now it's going to come down to efficiency because you're going to be gated by the level of difficulty that you get by your stars. So it's going to come down to efficiency. How much more efficient are you going to be with someone in that same tier? And I think that's. Hopefully we get some challenge from this, and I don't know. We'll see when it launches next week. But this is the only thing that's all right. Maybe it could be good. Maybe we have to think about this a little bit more.
See what happens.
We will. All right. As far as the nodes, though, do you see any problem for Cosmic Bio as an end game player? I think it should be pretty easy with some of these characters. But do you see any problems with this as a end game player, especially if you're only doing difficulty 4 and don't get those Starnak shards?
I mean, I think you got some pretty heavy hitters in there. I mean, any nodes that allow you to use Super Scroll, it's pretty solid.
Easy.
Yeah. Between Super Scroll, Nova, Void Knight, Photon's a great character. I think he should be pretty fine with that.
All right,
assuming you have them unlocked.
Let's take out these characters because I have them unlocked. Not everybody has Super Scroll, Nova unlocked. If you've been playing long enough, you at least have the unlock for Void Knight and Photon. Is it going to be, how difficult do you think it's going to be at some of the lower levels without Skrull and Nova? Do you think it's just Void Knight, Photon, and maybe rounding out with whatever you have built? Do you think these two characters are going to be enough to carry that node?
Yeah, I mean, Void Knight, Photon, Nova, Korg, and then
Korg.
Yeah, I mean, listen, there's at least some synergy there with Nova. Better than nothing.
Maybe Thing.
Thing is probably the character that has the next best value for New Avengers is probably what it comes down to. I guess maybe you can make the case for Fall but if you don't have Super Skrull unlocked, why are you building Infinity Watch? Infinity Watch is a luxury team at this point. For like a Crucible defense. So yeah, probably Photon, Nova. The three nowhere characters, Photon and Void Knight, is probably what I would do if I was in that boat. Yeah. All
right. Next section is gonna be that hero skill section. You need a few there. I think endgame players should be fine, especially if you're only doing up to like 5-star difficulty or 4-star difficulty. But the skill characters, hero skill characters, lot of Spider Society. We got Black Knight. Any problems you see with this? I see if you have Spider Society unlocked, I think it should be pretty easy. What problems do you see players having without Spider Society? So maybe Black Knight, maybe Kestrel, Nick Fury, maybe Gamora. Any challenge with this or?
Yeah, I would say probably, obviously very roster dependent, but yeah, obviously Black Knight, obviously Kestrel, two of the better characters in the game, among the best characters in the game. If you have Fury's not probably a terrible idea, especially if you're bringing Kestrel. Maybe, you get some defense downs on people. You get the minions out. You start, pinging minions into defense downs. Then Kestrel's popping off. I think that's very solid. And then from there, I'd probably just work with what you have. My guess is if you have Black Knight and Kestrel, as big as you can get them, which, most people do. Maybe you don't have the most stars in the world on Black Knight, but Kestrel's been around for a long time. I would say a combination of those two and then filling in the blanks with just some of the strongest characters you have.
Yeah. I didn't buy Penny, Pav, or Peter. I did buy his battle pass with Peter B, but I didn't buy either of these other two characters. This is where they are right now. So if you're really engaged in these events, you might already have the Spider Society unlocked, and it should be pretty simple to get through these nodes. Villains, I don't see a lot of problems with villains. Do you see any players, new, mid, or end game, having a problem with villains? There's such a wide selection. Do you see any issues? And maybe some characters that mid or newer players don't have unlocked?
No, the villains are among the best characters in the game at the moment. So no, I think you have a lot of great choices there. Black Cat, Green Goblin, Sus. Not everyone has them, but Sus is obviously incredible. Apocalypse, Kang, Vulture. I imagine that this is probably going to be among the easier section without, looking at the node directly. You got a lot of great options here.
I think so as well. Now let's talk about Emma Frost and Loki. We do know that they're going to be required for this Cabal missions. Do you build them up right now? Do you think they're going to offer some challenge? Or do you think maybe you don't even need to invest in them because maybe they can die on node 6, which is where they're required. And if you don't need them on node 10, you don't need to build them. They could die. And then you could focus on your out of time. You could focus on your Cabal. What are you doing with Loki and Emma Frost right now? If you are a newer player, maybe you didn't invest in Bifrost, you didn't invest in Emma all the way back in the day. Do you build these characters right now? Do you think that they can die on node 6, or do you think they need to survive and go into sacrifice for mission 10?
I am not investing in them any more than I currently have them in right now. This is going to be a game time decision for me based on how that goes. Let's be real. They don't have enough value unless you're just swimming in resources. They don't really have enough value at this point, in my opinion, to just dump a bunch of resources in anticipation of this. There's no rush on that.
They're great without any resources into them, right?
Yeah.
Just bring them in with their passive.
They do their job. Yeah. No, I wouldn't be surprised, especially at higher difficulties, if it was something where you bring them in with
Don't
some combination.
Don't say that. We need a higher difficulty. That's even worse. That the lower difficulty is not as bad.
Yeah, I don't know. There's a possibility based on they can build. We know this, right? They do it in raids. They can build the nodes any way they want to force certain things to have to be true in order for you to get through it with a set team, right? They do it in raids all the time. They shut down the old raid teams in the newer raids. They build around them to shut down the things that they do great to force you to have to buy the new team. Yeah. Anything is possible. So that could end up being the case, but I would highly encourage people to just whatever resources you would have to build them up right now, you're still going to have those resources as long as you don't spend them on something else. Like now is probably the time to hoard the stuff that you can hoard and at least be in a position to build them up if needed at that time. You don't want to be sitting there with a G18 Emma Frost now, and then you get here and you're like, oh, I didn't need this at all. Didn't need to have her at level 100 or 95 or whatever. So just hang tight. Don't go crazy on this. Wait until we get into the nodes.
I agree. And I think I'd extend that to everything, not just Emma and Loki. Yeah. I'd extend that to your cosmic bio characters, your out of time characters, maybe not Cabal because of the pocket dimension, but your hero skill, everything else, just anything that you're not sure about, save the resources, put them on the side. You may not need them, especially because we don't know the difficulties the first time we're having this. So just put it aside. And then when it launches, normally we've got about a week or so. So you got about a week to decide how you want to tackle this, and you can watch some other people go through this and stuff like that. So I would just hold your resources at this time. Let's move on to the Mercs for Money team, the team that old man Logan is going to be associated with. Pandapool was released the last week. I did not get this Pandapool. I'm thinking Mercs for Money is kind of like the next Infinity Watch. We got a really, really good character in Old Man Logan, probably going to be valuable in Arena, probably valuable in all game modes. The rest of this team, they are for War, and maybe they're going to fall off. So is Pandapool the next Korg? Is he only going to have value in War, or do you see him having value outside of game mode, maybe in Dark Dimension, maybe in Crucible? What do you make of Pandapool?
Yeah, I get the vibe from him like he is going to be good on his team. Like he's going to bring some important stuff to his team as the protector. I think he gives them all safeguard and all that. So I can tell you with Pandapool being in the game right now and being in a high-end competitive War Alliance, I don't think I've ever seen anyone use a standalone Pandapool for anything or any sort of combination of, the other characters we have in the game currently, Deathpool and Deadpool. You just don't see it. I think he's going to be good on his team in the game mode that they're designed for, and or maybe some future Crucible room that maybe has rules or something, that enhance the things that they do, that maybe brings them into relevance in Crucible.
Or a tower or something like that.
Yeah, of course, which, that happens. But yeah, I mean, as far as just baseline, no, I'm not seeing it. You got some very smart people in high-end War. If there was some value in Pandapool, I think I probably would have run into that by now with some interesting defenses. I'm just not seeing it.
So basically what you're saying right now, this is a trash Panda. Do not invest in this character right now. Only needed when the full Mercs for Money team is here, because even Highland Wars are not using this character.
Yeah, I'm not seeing anyone use him anywhere on his own. So I think it's probably going to be the Old Man Logan show, and then some supporting cast that does what they need to do. But
all right, nobody was using Korg on his own either. Is Pandapool going to be the next Korg? Is he going to be great at that and then not use anywhere and nobody's using him? Or I don't know. I don't really see it. I don't really see it outside of this team, outside of War.
Pandapool is just Korg with more fur and a grenade launcher. You can take that to the bank.
All right. Next character, Daken. This guy's got a lot of damage, but is Daken the next Infinity Watch store of the Nowhere team? Great on that team. Had a little bit of use outside of that, had a little bit of plug and play value, mainly because of the Asgardian tag. But if you took that tag off him, I don't think he would get a lot of value. So is Infinity Watch Thor the next, or is Daken the next Infinity Watch Thor? I'm getting confused.
Maybe. He kind of reminds me, I know where you're going with that, but his kit kind of reminds me of a juiced up X-23 a little bit. Like an even better X-23.
Well, they're related. Are they brother and sister technically? Is that how that works?
Probably.
If you get a clone and you have a son, or is that the stepmom? Or I don't know how that works.
I don't know. They probably couldn't legally get married in most states. I would guess, depending on the relation there. But he seems interesting. He is kind of slow, unless I think if the enemy gets stealth, he gets 60% turn bar. So that's kind of interesting. Maybe have some uses against like really stealth heavy teams. Maybe, but like how many of them are currently?
I mean, he's going to be great on this team, right? He's going to be good on this team. He's going to be great in war. I'm not sure about anything else after that.
Yeah, I'm just not seeing it outside of war. Pending any interesting Crucible rooms that maybe lend themselves to this team. I think these guys are a war team, and he doesn't stand out as being anything other than an excellent damage dealer on his team.
All right, so he's being released tomorrow. Do you think the 4-piece will have any value before Old Man Logan gets here, or does this team only work with Old Man Logan?
That is a good question. I
I try to ask good questions. Sometimes I have no question. And luckily you follow it up. But yeah, where's he gonna fall?
Yeah, I don't know. I think Old Man Logan is so good that he's probably going to be the linchpin of the. He is going to be the linchpin, obviously.
Yeah.
I think probably people are going to try to make this work in war. Maybe it does. I have a hard time seeing without. Pandapool and Daken are good. Like they're cool. I just think Old Man Logan brings so much to the team to pull them together in the current meta, at least in high end war. I don't know that the 4-piece of these guys are gonna be able to hang with a lot of the teams that I'm seeing without Old Man Logan pulling them together. I guess is what I'm trying to say.
Pandapool's not coming back to life 100% of the time without Old Man Logan there.
Yeah. There you go.
All right. Well, if you want Daken, I don't know if I'm going to buy his offer. I may open a few of these orbs, though, to test my luck, see if I get lucky with that 180 drop. Usually it's a 6 drop, and that's what you should expect if you open those orbs. But are you going to open any orbs or just wait till he's available?
I normally do, unless there's something else going on at the moment that's pulling at those orbs that I think is going to be a better value. Because generally the 675 is not. It's very often, like you said, like 6 or 8 shards, and I'm just like, oh, okay. But I don't buy the character offer. So like, to me, I don't really have anything else to spend the cores on besides like a little bit of energy refresh or whatever most of the time. So I tend to like use them there. I'm just like, all right, it'll give me the character unlocked a little bit faster than I would otherwise. Maybe I'll get lucky, probably not, and get a big drop. I'll probably open 2, maybe 3 orbs for him with the cores. And
all right, so question for your cores: is it a better value to try to get Daken right now with a 675 power core, or should you spend it to refresh your campaign energy and try to get more orbs for the Cabal and out of time and get a bigger Old Man Logan and get Daken later maybe?
I mean, I would absolutely at a minimum do your 50 refreshes. At an absolute minimum, do your 50 refreshes before you're spending.
Hundreds and sometimes the 200s on those. That's how much I want Old Man Logan big. I'm so far away from the 6 stars. I gotta take some chances there.
Yeah. Maybe I'll start doing that. Maybe I need to start doing the hundreds myself. But yeah,
it's a game of RNG, right? You said it. It's a game of RNG.
Sometimes it's a numbers game,
sometimes you get bad.
It's a numbers game. Yeah. No, I would not. If those are my 2 options, I would probably be refreshing. Even if it doesn't unlock a new tier of being able to access Old Man Logan in the trial or whatever they're calling it. Yeah. The characters in there are still excellent, dude. Like Cabal and Black Knight, but like maybe the 2nd best character in the game, 3rd best, like
third at least. Yeah. With normal people without Mephisto, but yeah.
But yeah, like now if those are my 2 options, listen, here's the deal. When you open, I only ever spend 675 cores on a new character orb. I only ever expect to get the absolute minimum because that is probably what you're going to get. Like, like if you're playing the scratch off every day, and you play it every day because like one of these is going to be the grand prize, and I'm going to be like you're playing yourself for a fool. Like expect to get if anything the bare minimum out of these things.
That's your expectations, and you're never disappointed.
Exactly, man. You know what you're getting into.
That's why those event storms are so good, because normally they're so trashy, and sometimes I get a little Black Knight shard, sometimes I get some leader shards, I love these shards. All right, but maybe Purple Sticky, it doesn't need to be a choice between Daken and this event. Maybe you could get all of it. Normally I don't talk about offers, but there was such a good offer that I did want to talk about this. $5, 1650 power cores. Now it is over 30 days, but I think if you're going to be playing for 30 days, this value in power cores is significant. $5 in my mind, that is worth 500 power cores. This is a little over 3 times this. I know you're a light spender. Is this something that might tempt you to spend? Because I'm going to get this when we're done recording.
I am almost never tempted to spend money in this game, if we're being totally honest with you. I'm not going to get it, but just to be crystal clear, that's because I am who I am. If you spend any money in the game, this is a great way to spend $5. Like if you are someone that wants, power cores, you can use it for anything. This is a no-brainer if you're willing to spend money in Marvel Strike Force. Yeah. I normally only buy like busted offers. That's kind of where I'm like, it would need to be like broken. That's just me. But this is a great way to spend $5.
To me, I guess it's over 30 days, but to me, this is a busted offer. That's what I'm talking about.
I feel like I've gotten one over on Scopely when I spend them. I want to get $5 and someone, decimal point Jeff, didn't get enough sleep the night before and added an extra 3 zeros onto the amount of Gear 18 orbs that I just purchased. You know what I mean? Like that's me. But yeah, no, $5, fantastic. Let me be crystal clear though. I made this joke with you earlier, but like, I know everyone's like, oh, it's over 30 days. If you are not sure you are going to play Marvel Strike Force for the next 30 days, do not even open the store tab. You have no business being here unless you don't value your money that much.
Well, if there's 10 for 10 offers or they're sending offers for gold, yeah, but real world stuff, yeah, real world money.
If you're like, I may or may not be playing in a month, feel free to disregard all of this. Like, just don't stop by here. Like,
just know you're going to get everything in this game free to play on a long enough timeline, right? So Mephisto, yeah, everybody's going to get them free to play if you keep playing long enough. All the stuff you're going to get free to play. All you're doing when you spend money is you're shortening the time frame. And if that's valuable enough for you to shorten that time frame and it's worth that money trade-off, then good. If it's not, don't do it. It's a game for fun and you're going to get everything for free anyway in this game. So that's my little rant there, but I'm going to get this because I want to speed up the time a little bit.
There you go.
There is a awesome tournament that is happening for the new rules of Cosmic Crucible that neither of us are participating in. I couldn't do this. This was a long stream. Normally I stream for like an hour. This is gonna be a long 3-hour stream that I wasn't able to participate in. Plus, this is around the time that I pick up my kids and around the time that I take them to the jiu-jitsu class. So I'm not gonna be participating. It's gonna be on Wednesday, May 22nd. 12 Pacific. What happened with you? Why weren't you able to participate in this?
I was invited and I would love to be a part of this, but it runs from 3 to 6 and I have more or less a hard cutoff to pick the baby up from the in-laws at 5 p.m. And you know what? I get free childcare from them 2 days out of the week. Nice. Last thing I'm going to do is take advantage of that for an extra hour when they already do so much to play in a tournament. As much as I'd love to join this, and sure as heck wasn't going to ask the wife to take a day off work so that I can play video games. She's super cool, but I don't know if that would have gone over too well. So I could have been there for 2 hours. I would have had to stop at 2 hours. I told them that, and they were like, listen, it's either 3 hours or nothing. And I said, thank you for inviting me, but I'll have to politely decline.
I could have done an hour, maybe an hour, maybe 2, but three is tough, especially with that timing. So these are all the content creators that don't have schedule conflicts that will be participating in the tournament. I think it's gonna be fun. I am looking forward to see the new rules. Who do you have as early favorite? I know a lot of times for myself, I don't really get adjusted to the new rules until like week 2, week 3, week 1. I'm really struggling. So if I was participating in this, even if I did have time, I wouldn't do very well, probably. Who do you think is the early favorite? I mean, Dorky Dad, I usually get a lot of advice from Mobile Gamer. Is there any sleepers here that you're thinking?
Yeah. So my gut says I think probably Dorky will take this. He's a very talented player. I think Pathfinder's super smart dude. He's a little bit lax on CC these days. He's more focused on war, but he's one heck of a player. So I wouldn't sleep on Pathfinder. And then you can never count mobile out because
I wouldn't say he's a sleeper though.
No,
I think he's probably the favorite.
You can't count mobile out for one reason, and that's because him and Juicy are so tight, and he will do literally anything Juicy tells him. He's gonna have Juicy in that chat guide him through every attack. Which
I thought that's how all cosmic content creators were with Juicy.
Listen, he's a heck of a player. My guess is Dorky wants to do it on his own. I'm gonna say that this is gonna be a Juicy and Dorky fight with Mobile Gamer as the proxy for Juicy.
All right, let me mention two of my alliance mates because we are in alliance with Juicy. So I don't know if Juicy's gonna help his alliance mates or help Mobile or help everybody. He usually helps everybody. But Duelam, Bendable Straws are in our alliance. Juicy is in that alliance. So I vote for one of those as sleepers just because they're my alliance mates.
I would like Juicy to get account access for one of these players, play the match, but then the person will just be talking as though they're playing it.
Can we get Juicy into the Envoy program and have him do this stuff, and I'll just watch what he does?
But no, I think Pathfinder is going to be a sleeper for sure. I think he's going to do quite well. If I was a gambling man, I'm not. I'd probably put my money on Dorky. Dorky's a very good player.
Would you put 500 power cores on Dorky?
Oh, that's a lot of power cores. That's a lot of power cores. Yeah, I'll do it.
All right. So why don't we up it to 675? So if Dorky wins, I'll open one of those stupid orbs. If somebody else wins, then you open the orb.
All right, sounds good.
We'll call this a bet. So if Dorky wins, wait, I don't remember what I just said. So if Dorky wins, I open. If anybody else wins, you open, or is it the other way around? Either way is fine with me. Which one do you want?
The details later.
All right, we'll do it offline. All right, we'll figure something out. One of us will be opening an orb, though. That's.
Also, I want to be clear. I love Mobile Gamer. I'm realizing in hindsight, I sounded like a total jerk to Mobile Gamer. Mobile's awesome. He's a great player. I wish him the best of luck. I didn't mean it that way.
All right.
I'm just ragging.
Well, it should be fun. Hopefully you do well on Temporal Dimension, ladies and gentlemen, and hopefully you're all set for Old Man Logan. Hopefully you got some value from this video, and if you did, leave it a like. It is free. It helps out the channel, helps out that YouTube algorithm, and make sure you check out this guy's channel, Purple Sticky. Awesome content, awesome streams. Any final thoughts before we fist bump each other, brother?
The best of luck in Temporal Challenge Dimension, and may your Adamantium Orbs be ever fruitful with Cabal and out of time.
Plentiful orbs, yes. Everybody's drops. Screw the system. Everybody's 6-star unlock for Old Man Logan. Those drops really good.
Let's do it.
But check out his links, guys. Subscribe, follow everything. I will see you guys next time. Are you ready for the fist bump, Brother Purple?
I was born ready, Valley.
Right, here we go. Hulk fist bump, ValleyFlyin, Purple Sticky, out. Have a great rest of your day.